those podcasts. I just saw the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, said he's worried because his son is listening to Joe Rogan. And I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? Joe Rogan didn't lie to his kid about the Ukraine war, about the truckers, about COVID, mandates, vaccines, lockdowns. Guess who did? Gavin Newsom did, and the establishment. This idea that the corporate news and the government officials put forward that somehow we're at risk, imperiled by independent media spreading misinformation. Well, I'm here to tell you, we all know that the number one spreader of misinformation and lies is the government. The second is the corporate media. And third is everybody else. And it's a distant third. And so this idea that we have to worry about independent citizens having an opinion and sharing it on social media, that's the problem, again, is misdirection. It's having us turn on each other instead of turning on the powerful.
Which is what I just said, right? It's about turning us on each other. We've all experienced this in our personal lives, our Twitter lives, and whatnot. You know, when people say you should really be thankful to Jimmy for giving you the opportunity to do this, I'm like, yeah, he's the number 2 person I got to thank most. And
well, what if that means approaching the right? I'm trying to be Cenk Uygur. But what if that means attracting people from the right?
Well, I hear you, but they say, well, who's the number 1 person you want to thank most? And I say Rachel Maddow. Because Rachel Maddow, Chris Hayes, all these people have provided the opportunity for us to do what we're doing right now. That's the most important thing. And when he just talked about, number 1, the government lies to you most. Number 2 is the mainstream media. He's absolutely right. That's why we are growing so much and people are listening to us, and the independent media are the biggest threat, and that's why they're going after the biggest threats in independent media, including this guy and Russell Brand.
Russell Brand, it's like extra, because that's like being an extra betrayer, because he was such a beloved Hollywood, you know?
He was
Seth
when
Rogen
he was
told him he was so cool in a movie.
Yeah.
So you understand the betrayal?
Yeah.
To the politics of Seth Rogen?
Totally, because at one point when they get you, they think they got you bought, they think they got you silenced, they think they can control you, and then all of a sudden you spin out of control and you start thinking with your noggin and you start spreading some truth, the way a lot of citizen journalists do. That's the biggest threat to the empire.
All the things that the bullshit-ass UK media trotted out are all things before he had his illustrious movie career they all loved. And whatever stories, most of them, like with that TV show story of, those were all known things. It was like, it's so cool. So, it's now that he's a guy that it would never do something, like now he's a problem.
Yeah.